Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Life Lessons with Jason. I know we haven't done this in a while because I took a break, so last week we had no new video, but you'd be surprised to know how much can happen in a week. So I am guessing by the title of the video, you know what we're going to be speaking about. So before we go any further, let's roll the intro.
Inspiration, education, lifestyle and motivation. Let's go on a journey. Life lessons with Jason. Tell me, are you ready? Hello?
Yeah. So it's time for another story time. Story time. So along the journey, I would have been as transparent as I can be. So, sharing about my horrible job experience, then to the time I hit rock bottom, my faith journey. And this one is no different. I actually struggled with the idea of talking about this because there are some things I like to leave unsaid, especially when it's going to be on a medium like this. But in being true to the channel, in being true to my lifers, in being true to the journey, in encouraging persons, I felt the need to speak about this. So yes, in 2020, at the start of the pandemic, I got a job. And now we're in November, still going through the pandemic, and I lost my job. I guess in this time, persons, if you're a working person, it's at the back of your mind regularly. Am I still going to be employed? Will I make it through? What's going to happen for persons who are searching for jobs? How will I find a job in this pandemic? Well, I've always been grateful for my job, and to tell the truth, I always knew that my time would come to an end because seeing the operations of the company and the pandemic, and I work in education, so with schools still being closed, it was no surprise that this would have been coming. So I went to work, a regular day. There were staff cuts happening. So, staff would have gotten a letter that it says that, we're gonna now move from 5 days to 3 days, XYZ, pay cuts here, blah, blah, blah. We all know how it goes, but to be employed in this time is just a blessing. So on the Wednesday, I got a message saying, I should report to work for the full week. So I said, all right then, I guess my salary now changed. I guess I'm going to stay on and do my thing. So I was there, summoned to a meeting. And in the meeting, it's what you wouldn't expect, what you probably would expect, Mr. Brown. It's been great having you here. You have done great things for the company. We appreciate you so much, but because of COVID, we have to, reduce our manpower and save and cut costs as much as we can. And so your last day will be the following day. I'm like, whoo, okay. So I spoke about my hard work experience. I spoke about hitting rock bottom. I spoke about my faith journey and getting a new job. And now I'm losing the job that I, would have gotten as a result of my faith journey. So, but while there, I felt good. I never feel bad, I felt good. So, I said, what, thank you so much for the opportunity. I appreciated the time I would have spent here. I learned so much. I made great connections, and I wish you all the best. So for the average person, your mind will be going to all the bills, blah, 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 blah. So all that came crashing over. I told myself that I will not go back to the space I was in last year because God has been really good and He has taken me a far way. My concern was my parents because they would have seen that video, so they know the thoughts I would have been thinking then. So naturally, as your parents, they're not going to revert. I know, so my father checks on me very regularly. My mother is the same thing. But God bless them. Mom, dad, love you. So you're still working in your mind trying to figure out what's going to figure out. Figure out what's happening, how to meet your bills, how you can do this to supplement, because the reality is I have been blessed in getting in booking speaking engagements and doors have been opening. So I give God thanks for that. If you're watching this now and you're thinking of being my employer, you can send me an email at lifelessonswithjason.com and we can speak about it. But that was a plug, by the way. That was a plug. Oh, and big up What Supplies. I'm still wearing their shirts. Love it. Love the shirt. So, you know, I was good. I was in a good space. I prayed. I said, God, I thank you for the job you gave me, and I thank you for the job you have taken away from me, because if this is a closed door for something better, I'm going to step into it, and I'm not going to question it this time. I'm going to completely trust you, and I'm not going to stress myself out about this. So, you know, that was good in my mind. I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to stay silent. I'm going to work it out. I'm going to get through things and see how it progresses. Went to church on Sunday, and you know, so every time me go to church, well, I go to church regularly, but something has been happening this year. The words being brought forth in church, they have been so edifying to my spiritual soul, you know. And you were there, and the preacher went up, and it was, don't worry, God is going to take care of it. So I said that's a general word. So she began to give her testimony now about the preacher, about how she was going through something where a door was going to be closed, and she was just fretting, she was losing sleep, she became anxious, her character was changing. And I was like, And she's like, God said to her that he's closing this door for a transition to take place, for you to step into something greater. So I said, all right, so right now I'm going to start shut up myself, because that is touching me deeply. And the word came to console me. It comforted me, knowing that, okay, Jason, you spoke about your faith journey. And I tweeted it. If I can find the tweet, I'm going to put it here right now, saying that if you say you trust God and you have faith in God, he's going to test you. So the things I've been tweeting for the past couple of weeks have been manifesting in my life. So I'm at the point right now where I want to be sad physically, but I just cannot be sad mentally, because I'm in a different headspace. I still don't have a 9 to 5. I have a few speaking engagements that I've already booked, and I know that more engagements will come, because I'm going to step through this door, and it's going to be a big platform for me. But it's a case where I have to just trust God at this point in time. Obviously, I can't see how the bills will be paid further down. I can't see into tomorrow, but I know that God is doing something, and I just have to trust him. So what is gonna happen in the next chapter of my life? I don't know. What is gonna happen tomorrow, next week? What other job opportunity, what door is gonna be opened? I don't know. But lifers, we just have to stay tuned and see what happens, because right now I don't know, and I'm smiling because I'm trusting God. Say, hey, the lesson in this is, if you say you trust God, if you say you have faith in him, he's gonna test you. So when the test comes your way, don't revert to old habits. It might seem dismal, it might look very dim, but just trust and go through and see how God will make a way. Because if he closes a door, there must be a plan B. If I talk about my God, multiple plans. So if one door closes, another door will open. So we're in this together, and when that door opens, I'll be the first person to come on here and share with you. And you know what? Thank you so much for sharing your stories with me. Through the videos, many persons have reached out and, would have inboxed me, we would have spoken about different things. And it is so great to know that the community is getting bigger, and we can all have a safe space to share our journeys as we go through life together. So that was an insight into my business. Don't fret about me. Don't worry about me. I'm going to be just fine. God is going to take care of me, and I'm very sure about it. My employer might just be watching this video. The next person wanting a motivational speech for a conference might just be seeing this video. A talk show, a radio show, you might just be seeing this video. I am open, so let's talk and let's make it happen. So guys, as we always end, I have not yet said, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, wear your mask, wash your hands, socially distance yourself. We're still in this fight. And until next time, thanks for making it another Life Lessons with Jason. Whoa, that was a good video.